God says, I need to talk to you. It has to be right now. He is commanding you to open this. Right now. Something serious is about to happen in 30 seconds, open quickly. God says, listen to me, child of light. I need to talk to you. It has to be right now, not after a minute, not after a breath, not after a thought wanders away. Heaven is leaning over you at this exact moment because something serious is about to shift around your life in 30 seconds, and if your spirit is not awake, you could miss the signal I was commanded to deliver to you. I am Archangel Michael, and the hand of the Almighty is on this message. You did not open this by accident. You did not stumble here by chance. Your soul was pulled, your heart was tugged, your spirit was nudged by forces you do not yet understand, but you will, if you keep reading. Do not scroll, do not look away, do not let your mind drift, because the urgency is real, and heaven is whispering your name with a tremble that even the stars can feel. Something is happening behind the scenes, and God is commanding you, yes, commanding you, to receive this now. Not later. Not when it's convenient. Now. Listen closely. I need you to breathe in slowly, not to calm yourself, but to open your spirit. There is a pressure building around your timeline, a divine pressure, the kind that forms before heaven reroutes destiny or breaks chains that have been holding you for years. Your life has been shifting without you noticing. People have left you suddenly, opportunities have delayed themselves, strange feelings have passed through your chest at random hours, your dreams have been more vivid or more confusing, your thoughts have been heavier, and your heart has been sensing something you couldn't quite explain. That sensation wasn't anxiety. It wasn't coincidence. It wasn't imagination. It was the spiritual world reaching closer to your world, brushing against your life like a warning, like a sign, like a tap on the door of your soul. Child, the heavens have observed you, your heartbreaks, your silent nights, your unanswered prayers, your frustration with the timing of your blessings, your confusion about why some things didn't work out when you gave everything you had. And God says, I have seen it all. I have counted every tear. I have watched every moment your strength almost broke in half. I have listened to every prayer you thought I ignored. You need to hear this. You need to understand why heaven has come to you like this, with urgency, with a trembling message delivered through the fire of my wings. There is something approaching you. A shift, a release, a breakthrough, a revelation. Call it what your heart can understand. But know this, it's closer than you think, closer than the breath in your chest, closer than the thoughts racing through your mind. And this shift has enemies, spiritual and human, trying to interfere. That is why I'm here. That is why I was sent. Divine intervention is not soft, it is not passive, it is not gentle when danger is near. It comes like thunder, like a voice that shakes your soul awake. Child, God is calling your name with urgency because something around your life is reaching its deadline. Something that was delayed is about to arrive. Something that was hidden is about to be revealed. Something that was stolen is about to be returned. And something that was hurting you is about to be removed, quickly. You must stay in this message. You must not leave. You must not underestimate what you are feeling in your body right now, the energy, the tension, the slight tremble in your spirit. This is what it feels like when heaven speaks directly to you. You may feel your chest warming, your breathing shifting, your mind focusing strangely, or your emotions rising without reason. That is because you are being spiritually aligned for what is coming next. God says, I need to talk to you right now. And when God says now, the entire spiritual realm moves. Angels reposition. Timelines reorder. Doors prepare to open. Enemies begin to panic. Blessings that were held back begin to loosen. Nothing stays still when God gives a command. I need you to understand the gravity of this moment. You are not reading a story. You are not reading entertainment. You are standing inside a spiritual instruction. Heaven is watching how you respond. Heaven is listening to how your soul reacts. Heaven is measuring your readiness. Do not take this lightly. This is not a soft whisper. This is a warning wrapped in compassion, a call wrapped in urgency, a blessing wrapped in fire. There is a reason you paused here. There is a reason you didn't scroll past. There is a reason your spirit tugged. You think it was curiosity, but it was alignment. God has been trying to reach you for days, maybe weeks, maybe months, but your mind was too heavy, your heart was too tired, your spirit was too distracted. So heaven pressed the emergency bell. Heaven pulled you like gravity. Heaven opened a door you could not ignore. Listen, child. I must speak plainly. Something that was spoken over your life, something dark, something unfair, something that wanted to delay you, has reached its expiration date. That is why the air around your life feels tense. That is why people have been acting strange. That is why unexpected obstacles showed up. Something was trying to push you off the path. But God is not allowing it. Not this time. Not at this moment. Not when you are this close to a breakthrough. You have been feeling restless because your spirit is being called into awakening. You have been feeling disconnected because the old season is dying and the new one is rising. You have been sensing a shift because heaven has already started moving. Hear me clearly. What is coming for you will not be stopped. But if you do not prepare your heart, you may misread the signs. That is why I'm speaking to you. To open your eyes. To remind your soul. To strengthen your spirit. God says, something serious is about to happen in 30 seconds. Not danger, alignment. Not disaster, awakening. Not punishment, preparation. But the seriousness is real, because what God is about to reveal will test your discernment, test your courage, test your willingness to trust. There is someone watching your life from the spiritual realm. Someone who loved you deeply, someone who crossed over, someone whose soul still carries your name in its memory. They have been trying to send you signs, but your grief blurred your vision. Heaven has allowed them to stand near you spiritually, not to frighten you, not to confuse you, but to push you back into alignment with your destiny. You have been walking with a broken piece inside you, and that broken piece has been slowing down your blessings. Say, Amen, your love restores me, if He has healed your brokenness. Child, do not be afraid. You are not alone. You have never been alone. You think the silence meant abandonment, but silence is where God rearranges the path so that when He speaks again, everything makes sense. This message is the moment He is speaking again. You need to breathe and keep reading. You need to receive every word. You need to stay open in your spirit because what I am about to say next will reach into the root of something you've been carrying too long. I am Michael, and I do not speak unless commanded. And God is commanding this message for your spirit, for your clarity, for your protection, for your preparation. Do not look away. Something is unfolding as you read this. And if you stop now, you will interrupt the alignment heaven is releasing. You are standing on the edge of a major spiritual turning point. And what happens next depends on what you allow your spirit to receive in this moment. Child of God, stay. Listen. Let me continue. Child of God, listen closely, because what I am about to reveal is something heaven has waited a long time for you to hear. You have crossed into a moment where your spirit is unusually open, unusually receptive, unusually awake, and that is not coincidence. It is alignment. It is divine timing. It is the moment where heaven finally says, now they are ready. Now their heart can understand what their mind could not. Now their spirit can accept what their fear kept away. This moment is fragile and powerful at the same time. Heaven is moving around you even as you read these words. Angelic presence surrounds you. The atmosphere around your life is shifting like a curtain being pulled back. What was hidden is coming into the light. What was blocked is clearing. What was delayed is accelerating. And what was confusing is about to make sense, but only if you continue reading with the same openness you began with. I, Michael, am standing guard over you in this moment because there is something God is trying to bring into your life that the enemy has been desperately trying to keep out. And yes, you felt it. You felt the resistance. You felt the heaviness. You felt the confusion. You felt the sudden emotions that made no sense. You felt the tension inside your chest as if something was trying to pull you away from your purpose. But that wasn't you being weak. That wasn't you being unstable. That wasn't you being dramatic. That was spiritual warfare swirling around you because the enemy knew before you did that a breakthrough was approaching. And child, let me tell you something with the full weight of divine authority. Anything the enemy fights this hard to stop is something heaven intends to bless you with. The intensity of your battles has been the proof of the magnitude of your blessing. The heaviness of your season has been the evidence of the greatness of your calling. The loneliness you felt was not abandonment, it was purification. God removed some people, blocked some conversations, and closed some doors because He needed you to stand alone long enough to hear His voice again without interference. And now, here you are, finally hearing what was meant for you all along. You may not realize this, but for the past few months, heaven has been redirecting the path beneath your feet. You thought things were falling apart, but they were actually falling into place. You thought you were being slowed down, but you were being positioned. You thought you were losing, but you were being prepared. You thought you were alone, but angels were walking at your side every time your spirit felt like collapsing. You survived something you weren't even aware was attacking you. You overcame a spiritual strike that was meant to break your clarity. If you're wondering why you felt confused, tired, restless, or overwhelmed without a clear reason, that was why. God has been protecting you from something your human eyes couldn't see but your spirit sensed. And this message, this divine call you opened, is the confirmation, the danger has passed. But the consequences of the battle linger in your heart. That's why you feel strange emotionally at times. That's why you've been sensing something coming but couldn't identify what it was. That's why your intuition has been louder lately. You are standing between the end of one spiritual cycle and the beginning of another. And right now, God is commanding me to tell you what is waiting for you on the other side. There is a blessing heaven has been holding for you, one with your name carved into it so deeply that no one else can claim it, no one else can steal it, no one else can take it. And this blessing is not small. It is not ordinary. It is not temporary. It is life-altering. It is timeline-shifting. It is identity-transforming. It is the kind of blessing that rearranges your relationships, your finances, your home, your direction, your inner strength, your peace, your clarity. This blessing is the kind that requires spiritual preparation because once it enters your life, everything around you will change. That is why heaven is speaking urgently. That is why I am here. Because you must be emotionally, spiritually, and mentally open to receive something of this magnitude. Now listen, because this is the part your spirit has been waiting for but your mind has been afraid to hear. There is someone coming into your life, or for some of you, returning into your life, who will play a significant role in your next chapter. This connection is not ordinary. This is not random. This is not another temporary person passing through. This is someone whose soul aligns with yours in a way that your past connections never could. Their presence will feel familiar. Their energy will feel comforting. Their intentions will feel different. You will feel unusually safe with them, unusually open, unusually seen. Heaven has been preparing this person as much as it has been preparing you. And that is why you had to go through a season of loneliness. God needed to disconnect you from distractions so you could recognize divine alignment when it arrives. But there's more. And you must pay attention. Because this part carries weight. There is someone, living or passed on, who has been connected to your soul in a deep way. Their spirit has tried to reach you, not to haunt you, not to frighten you, but to comfort you, to protect you, to push you forward. You may have felt their presence in dreams, in sudden memories, in random thoughts, in chills down your arms, in moments where you felt watched over. Heaven allowed their spirit near you because your heart has been carrying a silent grief, and that grief has been blocking some of your blessings. You have been strong, yes. You have healed more than you realize. But there is still a fragment of sadness buried inside you that you hide even from yourself. And heaven is ready to heal that completely. God says, tell them they are not alone. Tell them help is already near. Child, emotional healing is coming for you. Physical healing is coming for you. Financial breakthrough is coming for you. Stability is coming for you. Peace is coming for you. But most importantly, clarity is coming for you, the kind of clarity that brings confidence, discernment, direction, and relief. The confusion you've been carrying is about to dissolve. The fog in your spirit is about to lift. The heaviness in your chest is about to release. But now I must warn you, because heaven never gives blessing without preparation. There will be a moment very soon where you will be tested. Not in a cruel way. Not in a punishing way. But in a way that confirms whether you are ready for what you've been praying for. A choice will come. A situation will appear. An opportunity may rise suddenly, or a person from your past may resurface unexpectedly. And the way you respond will determine how quickly this blessing enters your life. I am not telling you this to scare you. I am telling you so you do not misinterpret the test when it appears. If something feels off, trust it. If something feels peaceful, lean into it. If something feels like it drains you, step away. If something feels like it aligns with the new version of you, embrace it. You are not the same person you were 6 months ago. Heaven has changed you. Life has shaped you. Pain has sharpened you. And now your spirit is wiser, stronger, clearer. But child, you must stay awake. You must stay open. You must stay grounded. And above all, you must stay connected to this message, because I am not done yet. There is still more heaven needs to reveal to you in this divine moment. What comes next will touch the deepest part of your soul. Stay with me. Child of God, listen with the deepest part of your spirit now, because what I am about to reveal is not something heaven gives lightly. You have come too far to turn away. You have survived too much to miss what comes next. Every moment of your life has been leading to a spiritual awakening, and you don't even realize how close you are to stepping into a chapter that will redefine everything you know about yourself, your purpose, your relationships, your strength, your destiny. You are on the edge of something monumental. And this is why heaven has been shaking your world gently, pushing you, pulling you, whispering to you, guiding you through signs, numbers, dreams, sudden thoughts, unexpected emotions. You thought it was random. It wasn't. You thought it was confusion. It wasn't. It was preparation. It was divine setup. It was God aligning you with the next phase of your spiritual identity. You are not who you were a year ago. You are not who you were 6 months ago. Even now, you are not who you were yesterday. Your spirit is evolving faster than your mind can understand. And because of this, heaven must speak plainly to you, so you do not sabotage what is coming, so you do not shrink when you should step forward, so you do not fear what is meant to bless you, so you do not cling to what is already spiritually dead. Child, you have been carrying a weight in your soul that you never fully expressed. Even when you laughed, a part of your heart was trembling. Even when you moved forward, a piece of your spirit stayed behind. Even when you told others you were fine, a silent storm lived inside your mind. You learned how to function while hurting. You learned how to shine while exhausted. You learned how to keep going while your heart was still healing from things you never had the chance to talk about. But heaven saw it. Heaven saw everything you endured silently. And now, God is preparing to restore what pain tried to take from you. There is something you've been craving, not just physically or emotionally, but spiritually. A sense of belonging. A sense of direction. A sense of safety. A sense of being understood without having to explain yourself. You are tired of giving and receiving nothing equal in return. You are tired of trying to be strong for everyone else while no one notices when you are breaking. You are tired of hoping for change only to be disappointed by the same patterns repeating. You are tired of pretending that you don't feel things deeply. You are tired of carrying emotions that were never yours to carry. Heaven is acknowledging what you haven't said out loud. You are exhausted in a way that sleep cannot fix. And God says, I have seen your exhaustion. I have counted every hidden tear. I am sending healing to places you forgot were wounded. Now listen closely, because this part concerns your future, and you cannot ignore it. You are approaching a moment where 3 things are going to happen very quickly, so quickly that you will feel like the ground beneath you is shifting. The first is revelation. Something hidden is going to be brought to your awareness. You will discover truth about a person, an opportunity, or your own path. This truth may shake you at first, but it will free you from something that has been quietly draining your energy. You will no longer be confused. You will no longer stay where you do not belong. Heaven is removing the veil from your eyes. The second is release. A weight you have carried for years, an emotional burden, a memory, a regret, a heartbreak, will suddenly loosen its grip on your spirit. There will be a moment, and you will feel it physically, where something in your chest feels like it opens. You may cry unexpectedly. You may feel lighter. You may feel a rush of emotion. That is the moment heaven removes what was holding you down. The third is replacement. Something better than what you lost is coming. Something more aligned than what you settled for is approaching. Something more peaceful, more stable, more divine than what you prayed for is being prepared. When God takes something, it is never punishment. It is protection. And when God replaces something, it is always with something greater than your imagination could create. Child, hear me. Someone is coming into your life who will not play with your heart, your time, your spirit, or your purpose. Someone who will speak to your soul the way you have always wished someone would. Someone whose presence will feel like relief, not confusion. Someone who will not make you question your worth, your value, or your intuition. Heaven has been shaping this person. Heaven has been sharpening them. Heaven has been preparing their spirit so that when they meet you, they recognize you, not with their eyes, but with their soul. But for this person to enter your life fully, something must be released. Someone or something that has been clinging to your energy must be removed. Heaven is removing distractions, breaking soul ties, cutting cords that were draining your spiritual power. You may feel people distancing themselves from you. You may feel relationships fading. You may feel attachments dissolving. This is not loss. This is cleansing. This is divine pruning so that new blessings can grow without resistance. Now, I must speak of something deeper, something that touches the realm of the spirit that most humans do not fully understand. Someone who has passed on, someone you loved, someone whose soul remains connected to yours through memory and emotion, has been trying to reach you from the light. Not to frighten you. Not to confuse you. But to comfort you. Their presence around you increases when you feel lost. Their energy touches you when you are hurting. Their memory surfaces when you need guidance. They want you to know, you did not fail me. You did not disappoint me. You did not cause what happened to me. I am at peace. I am watching over you. Heaven has allowed them to be near you through spiritual presence because your heart needed reassurance. You have been feeling them more lately because your spirit has opened. And once your heart begins to heal fully, their presence will become more peaceful, more gentle, more protective. You will no longer feel sadness when they appear in your thoughts, you will feel strength. Now listen, because this part carries a warning from heaven. There is someone in your environment, someone physically present or emotionally connected, who does not have pure intentions. Their energy pulls from you. Their words drain you. Their presence confuses you. They mask themselves well, but heaven sees the truth. And because heaven sees the truth, I am commanded to shield you. You will begin to notice signs. Their true intentions will reveal themselves. You will feel a shift, a discomfort, a heaviness, an intuition that says, "This is not for me." When that moment comes, do not ignore it. Do not hesitate. Do not let your kindness keep you trapped in a place God is trying to rescue you from. Your discernment will sharpen. Your intuition will strengthen. Your spirit will become louder. And when your spirit tells you to step back, step back. When it tells you to walk away, walk away. Heaven will not allow anything or anyone to block the blessing that is approaching your life. Child of God, the next chapter of your life will surprise you. It will heal you. It will soften you. It will strengthen you. It will elevate you. You will enter a season where things finally make sense, where doors open easily, where opportunities align without force, where your heart feels safe, where your mind feels clear, where your spirit feels guided. The chaos you have endured was the storm before the shift. And now, the shift is almost here. But I am not finished yet. There is still more heaven needs to tell you. What comes next is the part that will transform the deepest part of your soul. Child of God, stay exactly where you are in your spirit. Do not drift. Do not let your mind wander. You are entering the deepest layer of this divine message, and what comes next will touch places inside you that you didn't know were still alive, still wounded, still waiting. Heaven is opening something within you right now, an inner gate that has been locked for years. A spiritual gate that holds memories, fears, intuition, destiny, identity. You are being prepared for elevation, and elevation does not happen on the surface. It begins in the soul. Listen closely as I speak, because this is the part most people never hear. Not because heaven refuses to speak it, but because most hearts are too distracted to receive it. But you are listening. You are present. You are awake. That is why heaven is pouring into you with this intensity. You are one of the few whose spirit is sensitive enough to feel the shift before it arrives, brave enough to hear the truth even when it shakes you, and chosen enough to receive blessings that require spiritual maturity to carry. Child, hear me, you have been fighting silent battles for years now, battles no one saw, battles no one understood, battles you didn't even have language for. You learned how to keep living with wounds that were still bleeding on the inside. You learned how to keep working while your soul was collapsing. You learned how to smile while carrying the weight of multiple heartbreaks, disappointments, betrayals, mistakes, and unanswered prayers. Heaven saw all of it. Heaven counted every tear that you wiped away quickly so others wouldn't notice. Heaven heard every whisper you spoke in the dark when you thought no one was listening. Heaven felt every tremble in your spirit when you didn't know how to move forward. And God says, enough. They have carried enough. Your spirit is tired because it has been holding more than it was meant to hold. You think you are weak for feeling overwhelmed, but no, you are tired because you have been strong for too long. You were never meant to carry everything alone. You were never meant to pretend you're fine while your heart aches for understanding. You were never meant to function in survival mode for years. That is why heaven is interrupting your path right now. That is why this message found you. That is why your spirit feels something awakening inside you. You are being restored. You are being rebuilt. You are being recentered in your purpose. Listen carefully now, because this is where your healing begins. There is a part of your heart, yes, the part you guard the most, the place where your deepest disappointment settled, that part is opening. Heaven is touching it gently but firmly. For too long, you believed you had to be the strong one in every situation. You believed that vulnerability would leave you hurt again. You believed that silence was safer than expressing your needs. You believed that keeping your emotions hidden protected you. But child, all it did was bury your pain deeper. And God says, I am unburying them now, not to hurt you, but to free you. There are memories you tucked away because facing them felt unbearable. There are fears you ignored because acknowledging them felt overwhelming. There are dreams you abandoned because life forced you to grow up too quickly. Heaven is pulling them out gently, slowly, intentionally, because the only way to transform your future is to heal what has been silently shaping your past. Now listen, because this next part is important. There is a spiritual blockage that you picked up from someone you cared about, someone who drained you, someone who misused your kindness, someone who took pieces of your energy without giving anything back. You absorbed their heaviness without noticing. You carried their pain as if it were yours. You tried to fix someone who was breaking you. This left a residue in your spirit, a heaviness, an exhaustion, a fog in your mind. That heaviness is lifting now. Heaven is clearing your aura. Heaven is restoring your energy. Heaven is returning your spiritual strength. But it will happen slowly, like dawn breaking across the sky, not with chaos but with clarity. Your intuition is sharpening. Your abilities are waking up. Your energy is rising again. You have been disconnected from your true power, and now heaven is reconnecting the wires inside your soul. You will begin to feel differently. Think differently. Move differently. You will no longer chase what is draining you. You will no longer cling to what is fading. You will no longer shrink yourself to be accepted. You will no longer apologize for being intuitive, emotional, deep, or spiritually sensitive. Those gifts are not weaknesses, they are divine tools that heaven has placed inside you for the path you are about to walk. Child, your spirit is evolving. And as your spirit evolves, your environment will shift. People who once felt familiar will begin to feel distant. Places that once comforted you will feel too small. Habits you once relied on will no longer satisfy you. Your old self will begin dissolving, and this may feel uncomfortable at first. But trust me, it is the discomfort of growth, not the pain of loss. Heaven is reshaping your identity so you can receive what your old self could not hold. Now listen to this part with your whole heart, something you prayed for, something you have been waiting on for years, is coming sooner than you think. And when it arrives, it will come suddenly. Not gradually. Not slowly. Suddenly. The shift will be so quick, so unexpected, so intense, that you will know without doubt that it was heaven's doing. God is working behind the scenes in ways you cannot yet see. You think nothing is happening, but everything is happening. Doors are being prepared. People are being moved. Opportunities are aligning. Angels are influencing timelines. Something will break open for you, something that has been locked for too long. You will feel it in your body when it happens. A rush. A release. A moment of clarity. You will feel the spiritual chains snapping. You will feel the interference dissolving. Everything that was confusing will suddenly make sense. Everything that was delayed will catch up to you. Everything that felt impossible will unfold easily, naturally, divinely. But I must warn you of something. Because heaven always prepares before it blesses. There is a moment coming where you will be tested through emotion. It may be sadness, temptation, frustration, or sudden heaviness. Do not mistake this moment for failure. It is only the final resistance before breakthrough. When this moment comes, breathe. Do not make sudden decisions. Do not speak out of emotion. Do not retreat. It is temporary. It is the last push before the blessing arrives. Now, let me speak of something sacred. There is an angel assigned specifically to you, yes, you. Their energy has been around you for years. You have seen glimpses of them in the corner of your eye. You have felt them during sleepless nights. You have sensed them when you needed courage. They are closer now than they have ever been. Heaven has instructed them to watch you closely in this next chapter. You are being divinely protected, more than you realize, more than you think, more than you can imagine. Child of God, something beautiful is coming. Something healing. something life-changing, something meant only for you. And the next message I give will reveal the deepest part of this divine plan. Child of God, lean in. Your spirit is open right now in a way that is very rare, very sacred, very aligned. Heaven has been waiting for this one moment of your undivided attention, because what I am about to reveal touches the root of your destiny, the foundation of your purpose, the blueprint of your soul. You may feel something rising inside you as you read: warmth, pressure, chills, emotion, even the sense that someone is standing near you. Do not be afraid. That is your spirit responding to divine truth. That is heaven drawing closer. That is alignment happening in real time. Listen, you have been walking with questions in your heart for years. Silent questions. Heavy questions. Questions you never said out loud because you feared the answers. You wondered why certain people left your life without explanation. You wondered why every time you got close to peace, something tried to disrupt it. You wondered why your blessings took so long while others seemed to receive things easily. You wondered why your heart loved so deeply even when people did not love you the same way. You wondered why your path always felt different, heavier, more complicated, more spiritual than those around you. These questions were seeds in your spirit, and heaven has finally come to answer them. The reason your journey has been difficult is not because you are cursed, unlucky, forgotten, or overlooked. It is because you are chosen. And chosen souls do not walk ordinary paths. You are being trained, shaped, refined, not punished. Every loss was preparation. Every heartbreak was redirection. Every delay was divine timing. Every disappointment was protection. You were being groomed for a role in this world that requires depth, compassion, intuition, strength, and spiritual sensitivity. You could not become who you are meant to be without the battles that shaped you. You are not weak for what you went through. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not hopeless. You are in divine timing. You are exactly where heaven needs you to be in this moment. Don't you see it? Every pain taught you discernment. Every betrayal sharpened your intuition. Every setback built your resilience. Every silent night strengthened your inner voice. You are evolving into someone stronger than you ever believed you could be. But hear me, heaven is not done. The next chapter of your life will not look like the last. You are entering a season where what you prayed for will begin to meet you halfway. Opportunities will come without you chasing. Love will show up without you begging. Peace will settle without you searching. Blessings will find you because you are no longer hiding from yourself. Now I must tell you something that heaven rarely reveals so directly. There is a purpose-hidden moment approaching you, an intersection of fate, where your life will shift directions suddenly. You will not expect it. You will not be prepared for the timing. But when it arrives, your spirit will recognize it instantly. This moment will change everything. It might be a message, a conversation, a meeting, a sign, a person appearing at the right time, a call, a realization, a breakthrough. Whatever it is, it will feel divinely orchestrated. You will feel a pull, a knowing, a sense of inevitability. This moment will open a door that has been locked for years. And listen carefully, this door will not open only for opportunity, it will open for destiny. Child, you have a calling on your life, even if you don't fully understand it yet. You were not born to fade into the background. You were not born to be invisible. You were not born to be average. You carry something sacred inside you, something heaven wants to activate. But your old environment could not support your evolution. Your old relationships could not hold your light. Your old habits could not sustain your destiny. That's why things had to fall apart. That's why people had to leave. That's why certain chapters had to end. Not to break you, but to free you. Right, amen, I stand firm in faith, if nothing can shake your trust in Him.